Okay, let's see where we're at on the degrees. Checked earlier. You know, we're about. I changed the time on this, by the way. It's if it's fast, it's not even half a minute fast. I did that like yesterday. But from what I checked earlier, this is a degree to 2 degrees higher. But what could have cooled it down is I just got done spraying water with the water hose, and so it could have delayed that a degree or two. Huh. This is what I had on that big oak tree. That's no longer wilted. See, just from a video, if it uploads or not, I get a lot of failure to uploads. Metadata not saved, transfer failure. I don't even know what metadata means. When I'm trying to put it up on a YouTube deal. Anyway, something I was going to say. Oh, I've purposely not mowed through here because I want the morning glories. And I noticed earlier they're just now starting to climb. This needs to go. Quit hanging on my fence so that they can climb. I need my hand loppers, not more so than a chainsaw. Prune this stuff back. Apparently, they're not going to climb this like they have in years past. See, there's dead morning glories up here. But the reason they're not going to climb it is because I've had dogs. One of my little brown dogs lays there to be cool in the shade. Because, I mean, there's morning glories growing. There's one, but there's just few and far between. And they may not have anything to help them get up there. I mean, there's a morning glory leaf right there. A few and bug eaten, insect eaten, whatever does it. Show some clouds. I don't get the traffic. I haven't gotten it after a year of COVID-19 and those repercussions. I don't get the amount of campers, the amount of traffic. People must be wealthy to carry a trailer on the behind of it, you know, with sometimes a camper and then a Jeep and then a four-wheeler and other kinds of ATVs. I mean, I'm seeing $250,000 worth of equipment just go down the highway. I probably shouldn't say this part. Somebody here has visited me less than a week ago. Got morning glories going up that. They're like, Scotty, if you ever do let people come in, he's like, I better not say that. I won't. I think he is above the price level. I purposely moved that plywood. Well, I've been a little bit strategic about it. I gotta tie this back up. It's gonna rip it down. I want the morning glories to climb it. Why not? I haven't been up early enough to see these blooms. LTE, does that stand for lightning? What does it stand for? Lightning fast something? Not out here. I got about a third of the front yard yesterday with this. Mostly over there on the east side of the driveway. The watch will outlast the bands. The bands. The wristband. See, they're just carry it in your pocket, whatever. I had another one just like this years back, but it was black. Or I don't know if it's a true black, but a dark color or whatever it was. Like for years, I've always had trouble saying what color this truck is. I used to say silver, but technically that wouldn't be silver. Think of even putting up a silver coin, a quarter, silver dollar. That's not silver. I guess beige. Beige would be the color. And it always blew my mind later on after I learned a little bit more about sizes of engines and stuff. How this come factory, WT, work truck, Chevrolet symbol 1500. But it had that GM Duraliner, big old bed. For this not to have a V8, even a small V8, it's a work truck, all right, farm truck. Just a low level extent. More of these coming out. Either Rosa Sharon, double Rosa Sharon. If we don't get rain fairly soon, or if it stays like this without rain, I haven't looked at 104 forecast, haven't looked at radar. It's too much trouble even try to pull it up on a phone. Oh, I still got this water hose running. Not by accident, but I don't want to forget it. The thing is putting out peaches. It hadn't put out good peaches in like 10 years. Needs a lot of dirt put around it. Yeah, a lot of things I do are mindless, not mindful, not conscious. Boy, you get away. Some people will have props. I learned that by accident years ago in Arkansas, not far from Amity, or near Amity, Arkansas, where they once had a peach orchard. People were like, I don't know if it's a T prop, a V prop, but where they put a support under a weighted limb. Because after it gets all them peaches on it, and especially if it gets even a light rain on the bark or the leaves, that adds the weight, limb a break. I heard, I guess, I don't know what, I was in 4th grade or something. I don't know, mid-upper elementary school, that places in like Florida, maybe northern half of Florida, I don't know. I can barely try to fill in the blanks. Where they got oranges. I got some gum in my mouth. There goes a cardinal, a male. I can't see in the screen. There's cracks all over it too. I'm gonna have to replace this because I can't even go in there's no way I could go through a moderate rain with this phone and it be reliable. No way. I've had cheaper phones that without a screen, no crack in it, it couldn't even operate them in a light rain anyway. It was just like a little bit, like 100 little tiny fingers poking the screen at once in a misty rain. I never did try out a screen protector. I've never bought one, owned one. I bought one earlier this year as a gift for somebody that was under my roof. Or she was ordering something online, and I said, since you already got a crack in that phone, I said, why don't you go ahead and get a screen protector over it? Maybe it'll prevent it from cracking more. I'm going to say something that slipped my mind. Oh, Florida. Oranges. Like a orchard for oranges. If they start to get below freezing or down to freezing and below, I don't know if they still do this today or not. They bring in the helicopters to hover over the orchard or whatever you want to call it to keep the moisture from getting down to freeze it or circulate some air. I barely remember the concept of it, but it's basically, it must be pretty serious. You think they got a lot of time, money invested, so they don't want them oranges to freeze and then bam, they lose it, you know? I don't know. I just remember hearing that in like 4th, 5th grade. I think it was a teacher that brought it up. I don't think I heard it in the news or anything. Seems like 4th grade. Anyway, this will take a half a day to upload if it ever uploads at all. These clouds do help. When they do block the sun, believe it or not. Oh, I wanted to know, I was thinking earlier before I started recording. Is there not a reason I've been interested in solar? Solar power, solar energy in some degree? Seems kind of logical to me. Depending on where you're at, if you're not like real close to the North Pole or South Pole, I don't know, Greenland, or better said, maybe Iceland.